just an old lady, you know.
I'm still out of breath. Ah! I don't know, 50 feet almost gave me cardiac arrest.
Ugh, not as pretty as I used to be.
Oh. Ah. Hey, I'm Heather. I live in mountain bike ride in Colorado, where most of my rides start around 7,000 or 8,000 feet and climb up from there. This video is for anyone who's newer to riding, especially women, and feeling overwhelmed by all the must-have gear lists out there. Here's what I actually pack for most of my mountain bike rides, so stick around till the end because my last essential might actually get me kicked off YouTube. Let's do it. Hydration, backpack, or hip belt? For rides under 3 hours, I use the Dakine Hot Laps 5-liter hip belt. It holds 2 bottles on the side, plus the other one on my bike frame. If it's a shorter ride, I'll usually just stash 1 bottle on my bike frame, but if they get beyond 90 minutes, I'll add an extra 1 or 2 onto the hip pack. For longer or bigger days, I'll switch to my Camelback Mule backpack. This is a backpack instead of a hip belt, and it can hold a lot more. I use this when rides get over 2 hours and typically fill the 70-ounce bladder. If it's extra hot or I'm headed up to a higher elevation, I'll also throw a bottle onto my frame for bonus hydration. Downside, backpacks do make my neck and shoulders cranky on long rides, so I only bring it when I need to carry extra food or gear. Basically, I treat hydration like my social life, light and manageable, unless it's going to be a whole thing. Next up, you know it, a Kula Cloth. This is a Kula Cloth or a pee rag. If you squat to pee, this is a game changer for when you've got to go on the trail. It's reusable, it's antimicrobial, and it keeps me from drip drying in a cloud of mosquitoes. Plus, the patterns are really, really cute. I have at least 5 or 10 of these and take them on all of my outdoor adventures. I've reviewed Kula Cloth in the past, so check out the link in the description if you want to know more. But bottom line, this is a must bring on every single ride. Next on the always bring list is LMNT, which will come as no surprise if you've watched any of my other videos. For shorter rides, plain water is fine. But once I go longer than 90 minutes or hit bigger climbs, I always bring LMNT. Years ago, I used to be a mediocre ultra runner, and that was back when salt tabs were still all the rage. I relied on salt tabs during long races because the boost of sodium felt like it gave me wings. But nowadays, I'm glad that I don't have to swallow entire pills of salt. But sodium is still a staple for me on my rides thanks to the steady energy that it does provide. Last year, I did the Snowmass 50 bike race, a 25-mile event with over 5,000 feet of climbing to points above 10,000 feet in elevation. And I swear, LMNT is what got me through it. Slowly, but I finished. Very slowly. So slowly. But I got there. During training, I tested rides with and without LMNT, and it made a huge difference in my energy levels. Truly. 10 out of 10, recommend. Next up is a wind and rain shell because I don't leave home without it. Colorado weather is a wild card, especially in the high country. I've lived here my entire life and have experienced everything from golf ball-sized hail to the side of my face to lightning strikes so close that my metal gear was actually ringing. I don't underestimate it. Because of that, I always carry this Rab Cinder Phantom waterproof shell. I just got this jacket a few months ago, and I absolutely freaking love it. It's stupidly light, it packs down to nothing, and it fits inside of my hip pack. Like seriously, you can pack it down to be like the size of an orange, maybe a little smaller. Plus, it is a bike-specific shell, so it has a longer hem that gives you full backside coverage, even when you're hunched over the handlebars for hours on end. Basically, it's so easy to bring this jacket that there's literally no reason not to, which has made it so much easier for me to be prepared. This probably feels obvious, but lip balm with SPF, essential. Colorado is hot and dry and full of dusty climbs that make me mouth breathe like a golden retriever. And when I turn into a mouth breather and am sucking wind on these gigantic climbs, my lips get so dry and irritated. So yes, lip balm with SPF at all times, in your hip belt, your backpack, your pocket. I don't mess around. And surprise, here's the final tip. This is my repair gear confessional. So you may have noticed I haven't mentioned a multi-tool or a tire lever or a CO2 cartridge yet. That's not an oversight. That's the big finale. I'm a beginner and I am still learning how to use a lot of the typical repair gear and how to handle all the maintenance. For me, mountain biking is a lot like fly fishing. There's so much to learn. They can put you in full sin paralysis mode if you try to learn it all before actually enjoying the sport. And I'm not someone who can teach myself 18 things at once. I'm a one at a time kind of gal. Earlier this spring, I switched my Cannondale Scalpel mountain bike to tubeless tires, which was a very big deal. So I've been slowly figuring it all out. I taught myself how to add sealant, which is one of the best ways to avoid flats in the first place. Plenty of sealant. So I check my sealant regularly and add more every few months when it's needed. And since most of my rides are here in the valley on smooth, flowy single track, not sharp, rocky terrain like what you find in Moab, I'm not as likely to rip a sidewall or pop a tire. So, no, I don't usually carry a full repair kit because I'm not yet confident that I know what to do with the darn thing. But dealing with a puncture on a tubeless tire and using CO2 cartridges is next up on my list for this summer. I just haven't learned it yet. But I'm not being careless. I swear. If I blow a tire or something breaks, I'm prepared to walk it out. I'm a really good hiker. And my husband always knows where I'm riding to, and I'm not out deep into the wilderness or anything. So basically, to me, not knowing how to use every tool yet isn't a reason to stay home. I'm learning as I go and riding anyway. So if you're not also perfectly prepared, you're in good company. So that's what I pack or don't pack for my rides now. After starting in my 40s, recovering from 2 knee surgeries, and learning a little more every time I ride. Drop a comment below. What do you carry? What did you ditch? Especially if you're a woman or someone who started biking later in life. I'd love to hear your story and find out if I'm alone on the whole repair kit thing. We need more real world voices out there in the bike industry. Meanwhile, thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there.